Okay, I got a little sidetracked. I was going to make more videos regarding the narcissistic family thing, mostly focusing on scapegoats, but I got sidetracked, so I'm going to try and make a few videos. I try not to make them too long. I tend to talk and talk, drag things out. Okay, so this one here, I'm going to just, well, I've been accused of being kind of bossy. I don't know, I didn't use the word bossy, but basically, yeah. And that's the thing, that's so just do a disclaimer. Um, Maybe I am bossy sometimes about some things because I've been through hell and back, and I'd hate to see other people go through the same thing. Or if I see someone going on the wrong path, I try and redirect. Not to be bossy, but whatever. Okay, so that's beside the point. So with this video, I'm basically stating about being the scapegoat, especially if you come from an abusive narcissistic family or just abusive family for the scapegoat. More so, like, this is the thing. I don't know. You could have parents that abused you. Maybe they had some addiction problem or mental health issue and they got it fixed. And then maybe they were willing to go to therapy or counseling, or they just got their shit together, so to speak, and made amends with you and treated you differently. Those cases might be different, but I'm talking more like what I experienced, and there's lots of other people on YouTube. If you go to videos. There's one doctor, I don't agree with everything she says, but she's quite good. She's a licensed therapist. She's not like these other people that act like they know everything, but they don't. So, yeah, if you're actually a scapegoat, especially if you're a scapegoat, this is really targeted for scapegoats. If you're a scapegoat from a narcissistic type family, just forget it, okay? Within reason, uh, kind of like, mama bird pushes baby bird out of the nest and you go fly on your own. Once you hit age of majority, 18, get the hell out of there for your own good. Really, I'm telling you, get the hell out of there. Even if you had to, I don't know. Even if you weren't really like prepared for life, basically, because I'm gonna say maybe some swear words, whatever. And these assholes, they don't care about you and your life. They don't prepare you for life, really. It's kind of like the school of hard knocks. So even if you had to take some dinky job, or if you're young and healthy, do two dinky jobs. Doesn't matter. Just do whatever you have to do. Just get the hell away from them. Leave. Don't look back. So this is the reason I'm saying it, and I'll give some examples. This is the bottom line. I don't know what's with these people, these narcissists. I think there's a spiritual aspect to it because, and if you're not a Christian, that's fine. But I'm just saying there really is a spiritual aspect to it because there's only two sides of the fence here. You're either on one side or the other. So if you're not, and I'm not talking about just people that go to church, because there's some people, they go to church, they go to Bible studies, but they're fake, right? I'm talking about real Christians. Okay, you're on God's side, you're on the good side. There's other people on the other side. Now, if you're on the other side, guess who's influencing your mind? Okay, so I think that's where a lot of this is coming from. These people are evil, and it's kind of like light and dark don't go together. So if you're on the good side and your parents are on the bad side, guess what they're going to do? They're going to try and destroy you because the devil wants to destroy you, and he's going to use those people in your family to do it. Okay, I believe that's really true. But other than that, with the parents, you see, it doesn't matter. This is the thing. You could waste literally decades trying to fit in with your family, have your family accept you, um, to gain like this approval or whatever. It's not going to work. It won't happen. It'll never happen. I'm telling you. I've done this. I did this for decades. It don't work. My mom is going to be 90 in February, and she's still an asshole. She's gonna die an asshole. She she's hopeless. She's a hopeless case. Surely is. I even got her a Bible. I had it sent to her house, delivered from Amazon. I could just take it, just do a little snippet of that, just as an example. But I'll talk more about that because that's kind of connected to this cancer scare that she did last year in June, end of June. Okay, so basically, it's around the cancer scare. So what I did was, I said, okay, I believed what she said, right? I'm a dupe, okay? She's got duper's delight, right? I'm just that's what I feel like. Like she plays me for a fool, like she thinks I'm a dumbass or something, and I'm not dumb. But that's how she sees me. She plays me. She's an asshole, okay? She uses my empathy against me, and I hate that. That's why I hate that anytime I'm nice to someone and they stab me in the back. And that's what I've had my whole life with my family and even other people. It's a recurrent theme. I'm getting really fucking sick of it. Excuse my language. Okay, so what happened was I thought, well, she has cancer. Maybe she's gonna, literally die. Well, she's at that time 89. How many people live that old, right? I mean, can you believe it? She's going to be 90 in February. She lives in her own house. She still drives a car. I mean, come on. Anyway, so she did this cancer scare thing. So I thought, okay, well, she's going to die. I told her, I said, you know what you really need to worry about now, what's most important is where you're going to spend eternity. So I bought her this. I asked her what her favorite color is. You know what? Turns out it's the same as mine, purple. So I went on Amazon and got this really nice purple Bible for her. And I'm not complaining, but I'm just saying it cost me $50. Okay, so I bought it, and then my intention was, to have it delivered to her house. But then I forgot to change the address delivery. So then I went back. I couldn't change the order. So then I thought, oh my goodness, so I'm going to be stuck with it. I'm not going to her house, and I'll explain in a different video, I guess, why I won't go to her house. So I had to order another one and had it delivered to her house. Okay, so I did something good, right? And I told her to expect it on a certain date. It's going to be delivered. So I did that, and then you know what she does? Then she phones me with some bullshit story. This is crazy. She phones me with some bullcrap story, telling me that she got some kind of phone call that about some kind of Amazon delivery, and then she has to pay this money. And I thought, yeah, right. So what she did was she took something that I did, which was good, and she twisted it and made it ugly. Okay? And she's crazy. She's been doing this my whole life. It's just, it's the reason I laugh is because I've been through this so many times. She can't even frickin' hurt me anymore. I mean, what is she gonna do to me now? Like, really? I've been through this for decades. So what an ass. So then she does that. She phones me and says this stupid story. Oh, Amazon. Someone from Amazon, I got a phone call. Someone from Amazon phoned me, and they want me. I have to give them some kind of money or something. Yeah, to get this delivery. And I thought, yeah, sure you do. Okay. So anyways, so that turns out, and she does get the Bible, and then what does she do with it? Not much. She maybe read a few words, and then I asked her after. I said, "Well, have you been reading it?" Because I suggested to her to read the Gospel of John. Right? That's my favorite book. But okay. So then, what does she do? She says, "No, I don't have time to read. I'm doing my rhubarb now." Okay, so rhubarb, like rhubarb is more important than God, right? I mean, too bad she didn't eat the leaves because they're poison, but that's beside the point. So then I think I said to her after one time, I said, okay, well, is this rhubarb so important? Well, you can do both. Why don't you just use some of your rhubarb stalks as a bookmark or something? Like, really? She just doesn't care. And, ever since that time, I know it'd be the end of June last year, I haven't heard from her. So I don't know what's going on with her, if she's dead or alive, but I really had enough. And I can't do it all in one video because it's too much, it's too complicated. But what I'm saying is, like my mom now, she's 89 years old. She's going to be almost, might as well say she's 90. She's a couple, maybe 3 weeks away. So she's going to be 90. And the shit still hits the fan. She's still doing the same things over and over and over and over. It never changes. It's pointless. All you do is see if you keep connections to this, even though they're family. See, that's the other part too. Family is supposed to be like family loyalty and all that. You know, the blood is thicker than water. That's a bunch of crap because it works against you. If you have a shit family and they're evil and disturbed, it's gonna ruin you. It can kill you. It can make you come to the point where you want to kill yourself. I'm telling you, this is not worth it. Oh, which I have to interject something about that too, about this, about killing yourself. So I know because when I grew up, it was I have to do lots of videos on this, and hopefully, if I can relate stories that can help other people. But I survived a lot of shit. But I'm telling you, when I was young, it was bad. It was really bad, and I'm a very sensitive person, so I still am, but I handle my emotions better than I did when I was younger. But yeah, this is not good. So I was basically there's points where I didn't want to live anymore. Okay, and when I grew up, I told my mom this, and you know what she did? She mocked me for that. Can you believe that? What an evil bitch. Okay. So I'm telling you, people like that, you want to have a family with people like that? No, no. It doesn't work. It'll be years of pain. It'll be decades of pain. Depending how old you are, it could be centuries of pain. That's all you're going to get from this. Pain, pain, pain. I'm telling you, if you take my, word for it, if you have a really evil parents and or parent or whatever, even siblings, and you're the scapegoat, run for the hills. Run for the hills. Save yourself. Run for the hills. They're out to destroy you. They really are. So what did they do? Well, okay, it's like nothing you do is good enough. That's a trap. You see, they try and get you like to look like like the dangling the carrot thing, where they want you to want their approval, okay? Because you want to kind of like being accepted into some kind of prestigious club. Yeah, more like a cult. But anyways, so then, get you to jump through these hoops, right? But this is the thing. Nothing you do will ever be good enough. If you do something, you didn't do it the right way. Um, or you need to do something else. Or they want you to do something and then, no, I didn't want you to do that. I want you to do this. They do kinds of crazy making things. I can remember one instance with something so ridiculous like pulling weeds in a garden. I had it where my mom let me use her because she has a garden on her yard, right? So we did some planting. She had a problem with how we were pulling the weeds. Can you believe that? Weeds. Now, me personally, I like to pull them out, but some people don't, right? Some people like to use the hoe and do it that way and chop them up. I personally pull them, but whatever. So she didn't like that too much, and then, you cut vegetables, you have to cut them off a certain way with scissors and all this shit. Like, get out of here. Anyways, it's things like that. Nothing you do is ever good enough. They pick on everything and anything, even little things. Like, um, dinner. Yeah, I used to feel bad like I should be by herself for Christmas after my dad died and that, right? But that was further along because my younger days when I was in my 20s, I was single, so it was my sister who would go to her house. Oh, and then I was excluded from that too because I stuck up for myself when her big mouth mother-in-law was putting me down. Anyways, so even dinners, like, okay, every time when I was in that house, it wasn't messy or anything. I used to be a real clean freak. I'm not so much now because of health issues, but that house, before the one I'm in now, it was never messy or anything. And the first thing she would say and I invited her over for all the holiday dinners, and I made everything, sick or not, right? Because I didn't want her to be alone. What do I get? Kick in the ass. Every time she comes in the door, what does she say? First thing she says, is it hello? No, it isn't. It's, are you on strike? Every single freaking time. Are you on strike? Really? And then she'd comment, what I made for dinner. Like, I like to make different things, right? Within reason. Okay, and traditionally, because I'm Ukrainian, you're supposed to make these cabbage rolls and that. Yeah, I know how to make cabbage rolls. Damn rights I do. Doesn't mean I'm going to make them, though, does it? So, anyways, I'm even told, well, why didn't you make cabbage rolls? Well, because I didn't want to. Because I had something else in mind, okay? Like, what's the big freaking deal? I can make whatever I want. I make different things. I'm not like her. How she cooks is she'll take a chicken, put the pork thing in a pot. I mean, it's already dead, but she boils it to a second death. Or doesn't put anything in it. And when she makes cabbage rolls, she makes them plain. Rice, onions, that's it. Like, we don't make them with meat, like hamburger, just as at the most, maybe bacon bits. But she just put a plate and then she rolls them up and puts water on them. That's it. Yeah. Don't taste like nothing. She's a very bland cook. Anyways, so that's beside the point. But there's things like that, like even if you do good things for your parents, they don't acknowledge it, they don't appreciate it, there's no gratitude, it's never good enough, you know what I mean? Like, let's say you do something really nice, it's like, oh yeah, well, you never do anything for me, even after you just did something. But I guess they have that memory loss problem. They have selective memory. And then the other part is they don't seem the other reason you need to get away is they don't want you, it seems to me, I get this impression, they don't want you to be happy and or succeed in anything. Like, they'll sabotage you. Um, I don't know, like for instance, they won't really encourage you either, like if you want to figure out what you're going to do when you get older. I never knew what I was going to do. Actually, I hated school, I'm not the kind of person, I could never go to university. I hated school. I would skip school like crazy. And but I took matriculation and the office courses, right? Because for females, well, that's what you get a traditional job. It's not like you're not going into retail or food service. But anyways, yeah, I hated school, so I just hardly was there. I just showed up for exams. I still passed. I got my diploma, but I just didn't like school. So I never really had any career aspirations, so to speak. I still don't. I work on my own. So, yeah. They don't help you with that either. They don't encourage you. In fact, when I graduated, it's kind of funny. I never got acknowledged for that either. But I never got acknowledged for anything really. So, anyways, they don't help you. Like, they don't prepare you for life. Really, they don't. In fact, another way to get a reason to get away from them is they actually do things to sabotage you. I don't know how to explain. They make your life hard. Like, if you need help, they won't help you. And I'm not talking about you're using your parents, like asking for money, because I never was like that. My sister does though, of course, the golden oldie, but I never was into that. But you won't get emotional support or moral support from those kind of people. Zero. And actually practical help, you don't really get it. In fact, it even started before I was 18 when I was a kid. Teenager, my dad was complaining about spending money for clothes. He had money for booze, but he was complaining. So I think he wanted to control me with the money and wanted me to beg. And I thought, okay, screw you. I'm going to get a job. So that's what I did. I got a job. And I worked throughout high school, bought my own clothes and stuff. I even bought my own shampoo for frick's sake. Yeah. And you never forget stuff like that. You see, they're liable to support you because you're a minor, but that's the kind of people they are. So when you are growing up, are they going to help you, like teach you how to do things, like how to look for an apartment, how to pay bills, how to go grocery shopping, anything? No, they don't. Um, I don't know. Sometimes they either don't give a crap and they just leave you to yourself to do it yourself, or they don't do it at all, and then you have to learn it on your own. So the school of hard knocks. So I don't know. I'm getting kind of scattered thinking here. I'm trying to concentrate what to say. No, they just you have to get away from them because you see, you could waste like years and decades of your life trying to fix something that's not fixable. Okay, these people, they're not fixable. Because they're not fixable, there's no relationship really, and it's not fixable either. And they don't want to go to counseling unless they can get some counselor to feel sorry for them and blame you for everything, maybe in that way. But it just won't work. And the thing is, I would say it's because they don't want to change anything because they like themselves who they are and they want to keep you in the position they put you in because you see, they need someone to be their emotional dumpster basically. They need to dump on somebody all their crap, right? So that's why they won't change. They need to hurt somebody. They feed off this. It's sick. That's like they could set you up. That's the other thing. They could set you up too. For that reason, I will not. And I don't think I'm not, I don't phone my mom. I'm not going to phone her. Like she phones me. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to hang up. I don't know. Maybe just listen. I'm not going to do anything. She's already asked me, maybe I should bring this. I don't know. I have scattered thinking today. I don't know why I'm not doing well. Okay, so this is an example with this cancer scare thing. So, she actually, we don't really have a relationship, because of the bullshit, right? All the abuse and just whatever. She doesn't resolve nothing. Because she phones me and then she wants me to go coffin shopping with her, you know? I said, no, I'm not going to do that. What does she want me to do? She wants me to go with her to some funeral place and shop for coffins. She'd, knowing her, she'd probably actually want to jump right into the coffin and lay down and try it out and see how the pillow feels and all that. I bet she would do that, something like that. She really would. I ain't doing it. No, I said no, no. And then that didn't work. So then she contacted me and she wanted me to go shopping with her and to pick out a dress for her to be buried in. And I said, I ain't doing that. And she said, well, who's going to bury me? I says, I don't know. I mean, she planned her funeral out. She went, I had, this is years ago, she went to the stone place. And I noticed the stones is funny. I got kicked out of the, oh, what do you call those places? They're not funeral homes. It's like the gravestone place. I don't know what you call that. Memorial stones or whatever. Okay, I got kicked out of that place because there was a stone and someone had Masonic imagery on it, and I pointed that out. and I said that's actually not. It's not good. Like it's anti-evil, like anti-Christian. And the guy got so pissed at me that he kicked me out of the store, the gravestone store. So then I had to go in the car with my at that time I'm with my the grandson, the baby, and we're roasting in the car, waiting for my mom. So I couldn't wait anymore. So I went back there and I said, okay, well, I can't wait anymore because I got kicked out of the store, right? So I ended up leaving, and then she ended up the guy who owns that gravestone store or whatever, the retail. So he ended up driving her home. So I left. It was a crazy experience. So I'm not going with her, and that was like quite a while back. I'm not going with her to this coffin shopping or the dead dress shopping or whatever the hell it is. I'm not doing it. It's disgust. It's morbid. I don't know why she's doing that. It's really disturbing. I can't see myself asking someone to do something like that. I mean, when you're dead, you're not going to know what you're wearing. So what would it matter? And Why don't you trust whoever is left behind to bury you properly? And if you don't, well, you're not going to know anyways, so does it matter? You know, eternally speaking, does it really matter? Anyways, I don't know what else to say because I'm kind of, maybe I should be doing videos today because I'm kind of scatterbrained today. I don't know. But the thing is, it doesn't, everyone's situation is different, but I'm telling you, and yeah, I'm going to be bossy, really. I'm telling you, if you're the scapegoat, get the hell out of Dodge, okay? It ain't going to work. It doesn't matter what you do. You know, you could be the best person. You can be the most successful career. It wouldn't matter. They're out to destroy you. They take they'll drain your energy out of you. It's like suck the living life out of you. You'll be like a nice little, little plump prune, or a plum. I mean, not a prune. You'll be a plump little plum in the beginning, and at the end you'll be a raisin. That's what they'll do to you. So just put that picture in your head. Here, over here, you're a nice little plum, little plump plum, and you start out on this side. Where you end up, you're a raisin. You're a dried out raisin. That's what they'll do to you. They'll turn you into a raisin. It is not good. There was something else that popped in my head. Now, what was it? I think I just lost it. I hate that when that happens. Oh, darn. I hate that. Oh, yeah, the other thing is setups. They might set you up too, you know. There was a time when I was early adult, I was still living at home. I would like hang out in the basement because I didn't like being around my parents because they were arguing and yelling and that. And yelling really doesn't bother me up to a point. But my dad would bang the table and you could hear it downstairs. And sometimes I would yell upstairs and tell him to shut up and that. Okay, so I would just isolate myself in the basement, right? Or also be in my room reading a book. But how are you going to be in your room reading a book when you're in a bungalow, which is a one level, and they act like orangutans? I mean, it's like the zoo, right? Or World War III, actually. It's like a war zone. That's a better description. How I grew up, it was literally like a war zone. So how are you supposed to have any peace? You don't. So that's why I hide out in the basement, right? So you know what? This is really fucked up. You know what they did one time? They actually called the cops on me because I'm in the basement. Believe it or not, they're that crazy. They called the cops on me because I was in the basement. What are the cops gonna do? I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm in the basement. It's because they don't want to have anything to do with them because they're abusive. They're nuts. So I'm in the basement. So they can set you up like that. Now, I say the reason I'm saying that is because now that I'm an adult, at this point in time, I refuse to go to my mom's house under any circumstance because I know she'll try and set me up. When I was in the other video, I mentioned about one time I went to visit her and she fell on the floor in front of me and I didn't react to that. And then the next thing, she went to this room and got some dried up old flowers and brought them and shoved them in my face. And I didn't really react to that. And then she went into one of the bedrooms and then started weeping and wailing about not being invited to Christmas dinners and all that, because at that point I guess I wasn't inviting her anymore. Yeah. Okay. They could set you up. This is what I mean. My mom wouldn't be past it, depending what kind of parents you have, because they want to cause trouble for you. See, they want to destroy your life and make you miserable, right? So they can make some shit up that you did something to them. You push them. Um, I don't know. You shove them, you hit them, something. I don't know. They make something up, and they can call the cops on you. So I'm telling you, that's why I will not go in her house. I don't care. I will never go. I will never step foot in that house as long as I live. So that's another thing. You have to be careful because they're just evil people. I don't know what's the matter with them. You never know what each case is different, but I wouldn't put it past it. My mom would do something like that. So other than that, it just doesn't work because the thing is they don't resolve issues. So you can't move on when people don't resolve issues. And yes, these people, they always say like, oh, well, what's the matter? I didn't do anything. Uh, what's your problem? You know, I've never heard my mom say sorry in her entire life. My dad either, I don't think, but he's dead, so whatever. That was another thing. Oh my goodness, I would be in a lot worse shape if my dad didn't die when he did. I know it's a terrible thing to say, but thank God he died when he was 52. Because I tell you, if I had to put up with him too and my mom together, ugh. But I'm losing my train of thought again. Um, oh yeah, this don't fall for their setup, like, because the guilt trip, yeah, they do the guilt trip too, you know. It's because, like, and this is the part, and it does bother me. It still bothers me up to a point, but I know this is the thing. I had other clues, you know, obviously, but the last stunt with the Bible thing, I know that if she's still acting stupid, there's no hope. There's nothing I can do. I tried everything. I'm not doing it no more. I don't want to do it anymore. I don't want to. So, anyways, what was my point? Oh yeah, the guilt trip. This is the problem with me. Um, you know, that commandment about honoring your parents and all that. So this is the problem with me, is that kept me around a lot longer than it should have. Than I should have kept around. I mean, I don't know if I worded that right. Um, I do have a little bit of guilt regarding that, but you know what? This is the thing. I can't be around my mom because she's destructive to me. She doesn't. What am I supposed to do? Like, this is the thing. Those kind of family, they could drive you to suicide. They could drive you crazy. You could have some kind of psychotic break and end up in the hospital, like a nervous breakdown or something, or I don't know. It's not worth it. Like, I've never had a psychotic break, thank God. Um, I'm still here, so yeah, I'm pretty tough. But you know what? I have from how I grew up, not so much anxiety. I don't know. I think I had that more so when I was younger, but yeah, I struggle with depression. That's what I have as a gift from being brought up like that, which is nice. And I still do. I don't take anything for it though. I just tough it out. It comes and goes. I manage it, but yeah, it's not good. Like, it could drive you over the bend because you see you're constantly, it's like water dripping on a rock, keeps dripping and dripping and dripping. See, cumulative effect of this is, it's not good. It wears you down. Like I said, you start out as a nice little plump little plum, and over there, and at the end you're a raisin. They make you into a raisin. You don't want to be a raisin. It's not good to be a raisin. So, and it doesn't matter what you do anyways. It's never be good enough. I mean, I'm gonna explain another video because I drag it on and on here. It's getting long about this cancer scare. I'm gonna do that as a separate video. You know, that has got to be one of the most rotten things my mom has ever done. Like, totally sick. I just can't stomach it anymore, you know. So I'm not gonna be putting up with it. And my sister too. She's an asshole too. She's a narcissist too. I try to, you know, have a semi relationship with her. It doesn't work. She's a liar. She just treats me like dirt my whole life. I do a separate video on that with a sibling. I already did one about the golden child scapegoat, child non-relationship, but go deeper into that. But it's hopeless. I'm telling you, when it comes to a family, if you're brought up in a family like this, you will never have a family. There is no bond there. There is no, they don't even treat you like a human being. They treat you like a piece of garbage. A piece of garbage gets treated better. It just doesn't work. So it'll never be good enough. No matter what you do, it'll never be good enough. They don't resolve issues. They don't apologize. They don't talk things out. Um, they don't care what you want, what you don't want. They don't respect boundaries. That's the other thing. They don't respect boundaries. Tell them, I don't like this. Don't do this. They keep doing it. It depends what it is. Little things maybe doesn't matter, but boundary violations, you see, that's lack of respect. So they don't respect you. And you need them, they don't help you, but when they need you, you have to help them. It's a one-way street. It's the only way. It's the only way relationship. And that's how you become a raisin. It's because they take from you and take from you and take from you and take from you and give nothing back. So it doesn't matter who it is. Never give and give and give and give when you get nothing back. Because it should be somewhat fair. And I think the reason for that is because the narcissist is empty. They're like a bucket with holes in the bottom. No matter how much you keep filling it, it keeps coming out the other end, so to speak. So it's hopeless, totally hopeless. So I don't know if I could add anything else. I think I pretty well said it all. Basically, for your own sanity, even your life, like if they drive you over the edge to suicide, and your own sanity, you know, being clinically depressed, having anxiety issues, the complex post-traumatic stress syndrome, which you can get. Maybe you get a psychotic break, which would be very good. There's a whole bunch of stuff. It's not worth it. Why? For people that don't even care about you, yeah, they're family, blood related, but they don't care because if they did, why are they trying to destroy you? How come nothing's ever good? You know, if they don't love you because if they, and that's the other thing too. I have never once ever, and I'm not much for talking words all the time. I more show it, but I have never in my life ever heard either one of my parents say I love you. Not even I care about you. Not once. That isn't normal. And they didn't act like it either. So that isn't normal. So you're going to destroy your life over people they had you as a child, but over people that never cared for you and are never going to care for you. So you're sacrificing your life for these people. You need to ask yourself why, you know. And the thing is, it took me a long time to get to this point because, like I said, I believe in loyalty, I really do, but there's only so much you can do. And then the thing is, you know, you're only here once. You're going to give your whole life to someone else that doesn't give a flying fuck about you, excuse my language, and they don't. They really don't. It's getting too long. If I'm going to do other aspects of this, I'll do separate videos. But they're never there for you, but you have to be there for them. They never listen to you, but you have to listen to them. See, they only think of themselves. They only care for themselves. They just take. They're not able to give anything because they have nothing to give because they're empty vessels. Okay? They just take and take. So, for your own well-being, you know, just like I say, don't stick around because there's lots of things I've seen on the YouTube with narcissistic families and people. They try and try and try to resolve issues with their parents, and it doesn't work. And then before you know it, they're this age, and then they're this age, and then they're this age, and then they're almost half dead, and they're still trying, and it doesn't work. And it won't work. That's the thing. And these narcissistic parents, they might make it look like it's going to work, but it's a con job. It's a trap. It's never going to work because they're never satisfied. They're never happy. They always want you to do more or something different, and they want to destroy you. They don't want you to be happy and have anything. In fact, my own mom, for some reason, I don't know what, it's really weird. She's talking to me on the phone, and this was not too long ago. She's talking to me on the phone, and she just, out of the blue, we're not even talking about houses or anything. Out of the blue, she told me, for no reason whatsoever, she said, when you get old, you're going to lose your house. And I thought, what? Out of the blue, for no reason. When you get old, you're going to lose your house. What? What are you talking about? That really pissed me off. So, yeah, whatever. So there's proof right there, you know. My mom doesn't want me to have anything. She wants me to be like the man who lived under the bridge. That's what she wants from me. That's love. Yeah, whatever. Oh yeah, not to mention they can also screw up your relationship with your kids too, because narcissists will try and turn everyone against you. And they do this. And you wouldn't think it's possible, but yes, they do this. And it's happened to other people. And then make you look like the bad guy. But they do this. So they can destroy your whole life. And you know what? When they destroy your whole life and now you got nothing and you're messed up upstairs or whatever, if you are, okay, who's going to help you then, huh? You think they're going to come and help you out and make your life better? No, they're not. Because that's what they want. They want you to destroy yourself. They want you to have nothing. They enjoy it. They feed off your pain. They get off on it. It's really sick people. I don't get it, but they're sick. They're evil. Sick, sick, sick. So my final word is if you have the kind of family, narcissistic family, and you're the scapegoat, especially you're the scapegoat, run for the hills. If you have guilt feelings, just deal with it. If you have to forgive them, but don't be around them because it doesn't work. Just run for the hills. Take my advice because you don't need, all it is pain. I'm telling you, decades of pain. Pain. I still have pain today that I have to deal with. I've overcome lots of it, but you know what? I don't know if I'll ever overcome all of it. I probably won't. And the depression thing, I still have struggle with it to this day. I don't think I'll ever overcome that. I really don't. And there's other things I don't think I overcome either. I don't really trust people. Um, I don't know. There's a lot of things that they do, how they bring you up. In a lot of ways, they damage you. And well, I don't know, say damage. It's a bad way to say it, but they do. They affect you to where you don't feel safe. Basically, that's basically what it is. And I still deal with that to this day. It's stupid, retarded. Why should I feel this way? But I do. A lot of times I don't feel safe, emotionally safe. That is right. So yeah. So just don't stick around. Don't try. It's pointless. It's not going to work. It doesn't matter what you do. It's a no-win situation. If you do or you don't, it don't matter. It doesn't matter what you do, how much you do, where you're doing it. It doesn't matter. It won't work. So just, run for the hills. And if the guilt trips, you just deal with that. If you have to go to therapy, go to therapy, do what you have to do. But cut your losses like a bad investment. It's going down, down, down. Don't hope and wait that it's going to go back up because it isn't. It's going to crash. You lose everything. So just cut your losses, get out, and try and make your life better however you have to, step by step, and then screw them because they don't care about you anyways. They're wasting your time, wasting your life, and let them get their own lumps, so to speak. Okay, thanks for listening. Bye.